No, seriously, you are magic to this person. You are someone so special to them. You are someone who is like, I don't know, truly like what they are wishing upon. And again, I just want to say this again, for some of you guys, this is the person you've been previously manifesting, because I feel like all these wishes, all these, intentions you put in, now they are the ones who is also putting, I want to say, their share of that. I don't know how it works exactly, but you to them represent hope. Hi Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing your reading for the first, next 2-3 weeks, basically, the message will apply. Today is the full moon in the sign of Gemini when I'm recording this. And basically the time period from this full moon in Gemini to the new moon of Sagittarius is very, very powerful time period for you guys. And we're going to talk about this in this video. So watch this if you're Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a big like. Don't forget to subscribe. And also make sure you enable notifications, ring button, so that you don't miss any new videos that I post. What else do I want to say? Oh yeah, and today is the very, very last Black Friday day sale. We're almost sold out. There's a few things you can still grab if you wanted to get something with a discount, especially there's great deals for packages, so make sure you don't miss that. Link to that is going to be in the description box down below. Only shop, again, it's our shop on Etsy, and the link to that is in the description box. What else do I want to say? Oh yeah, and it's the last few days of November. We still have our tarot course for absolute beginners as well, that's available on Vimeo for self-streaming. So basically that is available as a birthday gift for Scorpios. We made it, I think, I don't know, like more than 50% off. It's going to be ending also on December 1st. So November 30th is the last day to purchase it with this big discount. So link to that is also in the description box. And of course, if you're a Scorpio who wants to come together with us, as a tribe and discuss very, very in-depth 2024 and even parts of 2025 to really prepare ourselves for this year ahead. Our webinar for Scorpios is open for registration. It's going to take place on January 7 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the first Sunday after the New Year's Eve. So hope to see you guys there. There's currently 2 options to register. One is to basically register and get a very short, small, separate reading from me. Again, it's different from how we did it last year. This is actually the one that's separate. So link to that is in the description box. And there is another option, is to book your full 2024 consultation, and it's also going to be with this webinar access. So link to that is in the description box as well. So webinar plus full, very in-depth consultation. We go into all your transits, like we look into your solar and Venus returns, even take a peek at them a little bit. We look at your secondary progression. So it's very deep and in-depth, plus of course tarot and astrology. Anyway, you guys, since it's the full moon energy, let's dive into these decks. They are very like moon, what type of decks. This one is literally moon oracle. So let's see what's the message for my dear Scorpios. Let's see, guys, what's gonna come up. Give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't done so yet. And anyway, let's go. All right, we have here acceptance. Someone is reaching, I was gonna say someone or something. I mean, hopefully it's someone, not something. Someone is reaching out to you. The question is whether you're going to accept it. I feel like what's happening with you right now, and this is more towards, this is closer towards the full moon, this is closer towards the new moon. I feel like what's happening to you now is that whatever is going on around, you're focused. You're not letting anyone or anything to disturb your focus. Actually, this is something within your control. Like there's a lot of videos actually. I like rarely watch so much of what other people post, but sometimes out of curiosity to see what other people's analysis is, I watch. And I'll be honest, I quite often do not like what I see, because even this full moon in Gemini, there was so much talk about all the negativity and how it's difficult and how it's bad. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was having the pure bliss last night as this full moon was happening. I actually, for Scorpios, the full moon in Gemini is in the 8th house, especially, of course, for rising, but even sun and moon, feel it as the full moon in Gemini. Of course, you need to check your rising first for astrology purposes. And, it was such a blissful night where I was just, what I was doing? I was, so I studied both, when I started studying astrology, which was like 2010, 2011, when I really, really deeply started studying it. I remember studying Western systems and also Vedic at the same time. And I remember studying Vedic, divisional charts and all of that. But they really I don't know, they didn't really click for me so much because, again, many people don't know this, but in Western systems, there are so many not divisional charts like in Vedic. In Vedic, you have all this D9, Navamsha, you have the D10 and etc. There are so many divisional charts, which are great. But in Western astrology, there is also different types of charts. There's different types of, there's things like zodiacal releasing, there's things like secondary progressions, there's a lot basically going on. In Western as well, there's relocated charts. There is things like Mercury return, Venus return. Of course, Solar and Venus return are the ones that we mainly focus on. But anyway, basically, long story short, last night I was specifically, I don't know what's gotten into me, but I was deeply investigating divisional charts in Vedic. And I don't know why, but last night something happened. I just looked at them with different eyes. But this is, 8th house rules things like astrology, occult, esoteric cards, of course, things like rebirth, death, transformation, all the Scorpio energies. And for me personally, last night has manifested this. I was I did not even honestly expect this, is suddenly diving into Vedic systems and really investigating some stuff basically with that. So I don't know, I wonder what happened with you guys last night. But and this energy feels very transformative. It doesn't feel bad, to be honest. Again, this full moon, yes, it's true, it does receive more challenging aspects from other planets, from Mars and from Saturn as well. But at the same time, once again, I really do think that sometimes the challenging aspects that we see are not, are not bad at all, but they could actually be a push forward. Personally, for example, I've been feeling the energy of, the focus on needing to focus on finances, on transformation, on abundance mindsets weeks before this full moon. And I've been, proactively working on this area of my life. So of course, when you prepare for something, when you are proactive with something, the way you're going to experience the energy is likely going to be different. And, we've been doing a lot of readings on this channel. I always try to prepare you guys ahead, so that's really the key. Also, in my opinion, a lot of more challenging transits that people sometimes, contribute a lot of more negative events to, actually have something else going on at the same time, which actually makes it basically manifest that way. Anyway, it's the whole other conversation for a different video. But basically what I feel is the most important thing for you guys right now is to keep focused. Whatever anyone is saying, whatever is going on, can you focus? Because really, whether you can make your life a success, whether you can make yourself a success, depends on where you're gonna focus. Because again, any moment, any day, there's different, interferences could be coming in, different things. But it's up to you to stop yourself, to pause and ask yourself, is this worth my time right now? Is this where I really want to invest right now? And it's not even about being selfish, but I guess selfish could be a good thing too. But you do have to, you are in control of yourself at the end of the day. Family could sometimes, Thanksgiving just happened and we're about to have Christmas, right? So Thanksgiving, Christmas could be the time where your family could be on your nerves. A lot of different people could really be challenging you. It could be also the time right now when a lot of things from the past could be coming up, where maybe some unprocessed emotions from the past are coming up, painful situations, painful memories. But again, it's okay. You can let yourself feel things, you can let yourself process things. But at the end of the day, redirect your focus to what's really important to you, to what you want to invest in. Personally, for me, there was this theme coming up about how far I've come in terms of how I take care of myself, I value myself, I love myself, and how I have very high standards to who I allow into my life. And it's a great things, right? Great thing. You've grown so much. You have such high standards right now. You take care of yourself so well. But as positive as that is, it is such a contrast from where I used to be, let's just say, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. And for me, as much as it's a positive thing of where I am now, in a way, I've experienced this in the past week, I think, where I looked back and I literally almost started crying, where I looked at how when I did not know any better, I did not know, how to protect myself or how to take care of myself. And it really made me feel so sad, because I was like, You know, like this version of me looking back at myself now is like, looking back at that version of myself is like, wow, you know, how far I've come, but also how, like at that moment when I did not know better, I let people mistreat me so much. And then again, memories came up and whatever. But see, that's partially also, I guess, the part of this full moon in Gemini is that you experience and like let these things come up. You see how far you've already come. I mean, there's so much more to go, right? There's so much more transformation you can experience, which I think full moon in Gemini is really highlighting this now. And again, this is not just the energy of today or tomorrow or yesterday. This is the energy we're going to be feeling for a while, you know, for the next few weeks, at least at the new, until the new moon of, you know, of Sag. And this is the energy we can always come back to. But there's something here to say about how far you've come, perhaps from that other version of you that did not know any better, that did not know how to stand up for yourself, how to protect yourself. And again, it's a bittersweet feeling, right? Because now you look at yourself and you're like, wow, I'm doing so great now. I have such high standards. I don't like let anyone mistreat me. But then again, you look back at that time where younger version of you perhaps did not know all these things. And it's almost like, you know, it's a sad feeling in a way, kind of like where a part of you like has to maybe forgive, of course, people in that time who mistreated you, but also forgive yourself for at that time not knowing any better. Now you do, you know. And actually, you know, when we talk about this acceptance of somebody who really wants to be back in your life, this is also something that is coming up here. See, the thing is like, and we're about to have 11:11 on my clock, by the way, but it, and also on this recorder on my camera. So 11:11 here. Oh my God, 11:11. Oh my God, 11:11 at the same time on the clock and on this camera. Let's say some positive affirmation. Infinite abundance is available to all of us right now. Life of blessings, life of prosperity. All the best things are happening now. All the best things are coming. Whew. This is like a powerful moment here. This is truly like a magical full moon in Gemini. All the blessings, all the prosperity, all the miracles, all the love, transforming any kind of energy that is out there into ultimate blessings, ultimate light, bringing the beauty into the world, bringing healing. And so it is. Wow. Soulmates, love. And so it is. Okay, you guys, but this was a powerful moment here. I think with this acceptance card, what you have to take a look at is, see, like the past version of you made choices that perhaps were what you knew at that time. That past version of you maybe also decided like to choose yourself meant like to choose yourself 5 months ago, and to choose yourself now could mean different things. Maybe 5 months ago, to choose yourself meant to walk away from certain person, certain energy. Maybe right now, to choose yourself means to forgive and give somebody a chance. Again, this is very general. You should apply it as it resonates. Same applies, you know, on the other hand. 5 months ago, to choose yourself meant to pursue something, meant to choose something, meant to really give something a chance. 5 months now, like 5 months ago, it was that. Like now, 5 months away from that, where you are now, to choose yourself could mean literally to walk away from something and not accept it in your life. So see, like, I feel like for you, it's important to focus on what you want and to keep choosing yourself. Because see, another, I think, issue sometimes with Scorpios that I've witnessed with myself and with a lot of people I work with is that sometimes there is a lot of this beating yourself up for, oh my God, I wasted this time on this person. Why did I do this? I regret it so much. We often have this, you know, because love relationships could be more tumultuous. We often have this energy of a bit of regret and feeling like we made some kind of mistake. We kind of screwed up. But what I think is very powerful and what could help is that if you really understand that, yes, you might have been still choosing yourself 5 months ago, but what it looked like versus what it looks like today could be different things. You might have had different information. You might have had different awareness. You might have felt differently. You know, like our feelings, as much as people don't like to hear this, could be very transient. You know, it's like there's always love at the core, but you know, what interests you now, what is worth your attention now could be different than what you felt was like worth your attention 5 months ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. You know what I mean? So maybe A part of you accepting and forgiving, first and foremost, yourself, has to do with shifting your awareness to truly understanding that, you know what, it's at that time, whatever it was, you had to walk away. Or maybe on the contrary, you had to really investigate the situation. You had to really experience that situation. But ask yourself where you are today. What does choosing yourself means to you? This is so powerful. What does choosing yourself means to you? Does it mean that you walk away from certain situation, you do not take it back? Or does it mean that maybe you give it a chance? Maybe now you're in a different type of spirit. In any situation, if you think this way, you will not make a mistake, basically, because again, you're choosing yourself. But at the same time, it does require a certain level of self-awareness and self-responsibility to, instead of beating yourself up for whatever you did in the past, or maybe even blaming other person, like look back 5 months ago. Again, I don't know why I keep going to 5 months ago. What happened 5 months ago? I'm not sure. Maybe for some of you, something happened 5 months ago that was very important. Let me see, actually. So we are in almost December, but November, October, September, August, July. So June, July-ish, something like in the energy of June and July. Oh, which makes sense, right? Because we are having full moon of Gemini, and that time we had new moon of Gemini. So something about this 5 months period is coming up. Makes sense. Again, instead of blaming anyone else, or instead of even blaming yourself, look at this 5 months back and just really try to see that whatever you did at that time, even if it means like, oh, I've made such a huge mistake, understand that maybe you were choosing yourself to the best of your ability with that information that you had at that time. And even if you pursued something or someone, and even if you accepted certain behavior, maybe there's a part of you that really wanted that, wanted to experience this at the time. But again, when we go back to present moment where we are now, what does choosing yourself mean to you? Does it mean, again, letting that energy in, again, letting the situation unfold? Or does it mean something else? Does it mean like not really accepting it back? Whoa, this was, I hope you guys kind of followed what I was trying to convey here. Because look at this, release and pleasure. These two cards came up for you before. It's like releasing anything that you don't feel, like in a very generic kind of way to say, release anything that no longer serves you, right? So opening yourself up to really the joy of life, to release that which maybe, doesn't work for you anymore. Because again, maybe loving someone 5 months ago and like choosing myself 5 months ago meant going into a certain situation fully for me. And like, even if it didn't make any sense, even if it was kind of stupid, I was choosing myself. I was choosing my like my lust for life, so to say, or my insatiable curiosity by choosing some situation that was weird maybe even, or that doesn't really make sense to me now. But instead of, again, blaming the other person, or instead of even blaming myself and being like, oh my God, why was I so stupid? I think what helps to heal is to look back at that situation and understand that at that moment, this is what you probably wanted to experience. This can help you in so many ways to transform and to go past any of your own, like feeling like a victim of situation or feeling like something was unfair to you. Again, all of these things might have been true. There might have been indeed something that was not fair to you. But if you look at this from a more empowered perspective, where again, this was the choices that you felt like making for whatever reason at that time, you did choose yourself. But now, again, what's important is instead of being like, oh, I have to definitely take this person back because 5 months ago I loved them so much, or even like, oh, I have to cut them off because, that's what I just do. Ask yourself, what does choosing yourself today means to you? Again, I know I'm repeating this a lot, but I feel like this can really shift so many minds into a whole other, direction of how you perceive your life, how you perceive your reality. This was definitely very true for me when I started looking at this, like, because again, I tend to go personally into a little bit of this loop of where, like, when I love somebody, I love them so deeply, but then I'm like, oh my God, I was so stupid. Why did I do so much? And like, but again, instead of that, at that moment, I did so much because this was still choosing myself. I did these things because I wanted that, you know, taking responsibility. It can be really like life-changing, you guys. So again, I don't know your personal situations, but this is just something I'm channeling. And with creation and wisdom, you have the power, you have the resources, you have the ability to create that which you want. Something I just shared in a short video on this channel is that this is the time period to really take a look at the resources at your disposal. Again, in all these different videos that I personally like watched about the full moon of Gemini, I didn't really see people mentioning that, you know, 8th house and also 2nd house is about resources. You know, we know that, right, about from astrology. But with full moon in Gemini in your 8th, especially for Scorpios, you can really take a deep look into what resources are available to you. Like, again, let's just say you really want to manifest next level of your career or financial abundance, but like, you know, you don't know where to start. So, okay, ask yourself, what are the resources that are available to you? Maybe some educational opportunities you're not really using, maybe some, you know, some social contact, some social network, maybe it could be about, again, your own talents, different angle on things. And I feel like if you can take a look at this now, it can really help you to unfold this next level for you, because you've been persevering, you've been, you know, holding the faith into what is it you're creating for yourself. It was not very easy, but at the same time, you know, now you're realizing you maybe have persevered and have endured, I almost want to say, so much, and not given up with your faith. So now, you know, you are realizing, oh, okay, abundance is here. I just need to do this, X, Y, Z, and it is here. It's much closer than what I, you know, than what I thought. Literally, we have this here. One last card. And look at this here, exactly. Fruition of abundance. And again, you have the key. You have the awareness of what to do. This is beautiful. Wow. Oh, wow. And of course, I'm already, you know, 21 minutes in. And look, even at the bottom of the deck, nourishment. Okay, self-love reverse here. So yeah, make sure you really don't beat yourself up right now, but really come at everything with this perspective of that you love yourself. You know, have what it takes to take care of yourself. One more card from here and we'll go into your love. Prying eyes. Somebody has their eyes on you, crossing the veil mourning. But like, I'm getting that for you, again, there is a bit of a situation where, yes, there is a person who really wants to be in your life, maybe wants to be back in your life. Yes, they have their eyes on you. But for you, there is this moment I'm seeing with this card crossing the veil. Is like, maybe for some of you, this is like a final decision you are making about certain partnership, where to give this a chance, or to really just, you know, put it like, you know, put like not go there and just, you know, not basically not deal with this ever again. I don't know why it's so dramatic, but it's a Scorpio reading, I guess that's why. All right, now let's take a look. Let's use this deck, actually. Let's take a look specifically into your love. First card for Scorpios, look at this, the Fool, and look at this. I was gonna say this looks like the full moon. It's actually, no, it's the mountain. So the Fool. It is all about, you know, look at this, Wheel of Fortune wants to pop up. I mean, a bunch of cards want to pop up here. Let me just take the top, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, another card wants to pop up, okay. And we have the Sun, wow, the Fool, Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, all major arcana. And they really, really want to talk these cards, okay. Wow, King of Wands, jeez. And we have the Hierophant, so many major arcana, what's going on? 10 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Okay, let me just, a lot of cards want to come up for you here. Okay, how do I do this? Does it fit? I think it does. Okay, second row, the person you're connecting with. Let me see, what card is this? We have Judgment, again, major arcana for them as well. Wow. This person really wants to be back, 100%. 7 of Wands, not giving up. We have High Priestess. We have, what is it? 5 of Wands. it's a new deck, so I'm still learning it, but let's see. We have Queen of Wands. We have the Phoenix, which is Phoenix rising. It's kind of like a judgment energy in this deck, but a little different. We have also the Star. Okay, let's see. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. There's a lot that you don't know, which I feel like you're going to be learning about. There is some situation that's been hidden with Justice card. You're about to see how there is some kind of reset that's about to happen. Like something that you don't know yet about is about to come to light. Very, very important, because with Justice card, I feel like it's going to give you, I want to say a reset, maybe a reset of relationship, reset of dynamic, but it's going to be shared with you after a long time of being hidden, which makes actually a lot of sense, because 8th house is the house of secrets. And for Scorpios, this could really represent some secrets coming out. I feel like it's something you do not expect, something that's gonna be like, wow, if only I knew this earlier. I don't know what it's about. Hopefully we're gonna dive in more. So let's see, Scorpios, you guys have so much major arcana: the Fool, Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, the Hierophant. Like, that's a lot. I do feel like for you, this is the moment where you are like fully embarking on this journey. It could be different things. Again, we're about to have New Year's Eve, right? We just had the very powerful new moon of Sagittarius in November with Mars and Sun Cazimi and in sign of Scorpio. For you, it's a very powerful cycle that just started, which, you know, we're going to be talking about still here and there a lot, because it's so important. Your life is changing. You're in this space where I feel like, especially here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun, you've been, I feel like, with this Fool card in the cold for a while. You know, you've been kind of clueless, almost like, how do I get to this next level? And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, you are about to walk through this door to the castle, I want to say. And there's something here with the Sun card where there could be like a help of a masculine figure in your life. It could be a father, it could be some kind of just uncle, I don't know, brother. I feel like just an older masculine figure. It doesn't matter, by the way, if you are yourself masculine or feminine. It could be father-son relationship, it could be father-daughter relationship, but you will have some person who will give you a bit of this you know, boost. I don't know how to say this, maybe financially even somehow. It could also be for those of you who have like grandfathers passed away, or like, you know, like like relatives who passed all, you know, how to say, not passed over, like passed on, right? It could be there in their presence in their life, which also 8th house is connected, you know, to you know, like people from our lineage that passed away. It could be them being, you know, like somehow trying to guide you, trying to push you, you know, to the right kind of like direction, I want to say, which a lot of it has to do with your partnerships, and it has to do with your status in the world. Here I'm seeing Leo, which is for Scorpio's 10th house. Hierophant is your 7th house, Taurus energy. So I feel like for you, the time has come to shift something when it comes to your career, to your status in the world, and also to your status when it comes to marriage, to relationships, to love. I do feel like with the 10 of Swords, there is something here with previous contract that it's time for you like to leave something behind. I don't know what it is. Hierophant to 10 of Swords could be represent part of your spiritual journey that you're leaving behind. It could be some kind of contract, some kind of old relationship that it's time also for you to leave behind. But I feel like whatever this is with the King of Pentacles card, it's, you know, for you to rise to the next level of who you're meant to be. There are certain contracts, certain partnerships that I feel like have exhausted, I want to say exhausted themselves. It's like there is nothing more that can come from that, at least again, according to these cards. And the time for you has come to go in a different direction. Now, whoever you're connecting with, this person, like their whole life right now is, is connected to the idea that they are going to be back with you. This is honestly, like, this is very, you know, this is a very, like, dominant energy here. I'm seeing this with the Judgment, to the Phoenix, to the Star. This person is right now thinking, how do I manifest this new beginning with a Scorpio? How do I come back? Can we resurrect this? Like I literally hear, resurrect this relationship. How can we come back together stronger than ever? And again, remember what I said to you before in the beginning of the video, right? With Oracle cards. You have to make some decisions, and again, you don't have to necessarily make them now, but I feel like you are being pushed to make them sooner rather than later. And it does have to do with whether, you know, you're going to accept this. Let me see where the card was. Whether you're going to accept this back or not. This was one of your cards here, because there is no, like, I mean, there's nothing to discuss here in terms of whether this person wants you back or not. You see here with Judgment and the Phoenix, they really want, you know, again, Judgment represents, right, Judgment Day, the dead rising, you know, and Phoenix represent also similar energy, right, where it's like Phoenix is burned to ashes, then it resurrects. The Star card represents, again, the Star is the next card in the Major Arcana after the Tower. So after the Tower comes the Star, after the rain comes the rainbow, so to say, right? So there is something here where this person is putting intentions into the universe. They're doing really everything they can, everything they know how to do. Whether it's going to go somewhere or not, I don't know. I feel like it really does depend to, you know, on you. We have here with the High Priestess to the Queen of Wands. This person sees you as a powerful being. They see you as somebody who possesses, you know, I want to say sacred power, and also this person sees you as you just have this, you know, with the Queen of Wands, the power of creativity, the power of passion. There also could be, I'm seeing Leo energy in your life. It could also be the Leo energy that you're more inclined to choose right now. There is also some kind of connection. I don't know why I want to say, you know, not because of the cards, but I quite literally was seeing a lot, this town, I've never been to, Johannesburg, I want to say it's pronounced. I've never been there, but like something around that. So some of you might be from there or traveling there. I don't know how it relates to that. Maybe just for someone specific. Again, it has nothing to do with the cards. It's just something I've been seeing in your readings over and over again. Something also, there is connection to Switzerland, I want to say England. So some of you might be traveling between those parts of the world. I'm not sure what it is. But again, maybe just random, maybe just for someone specific. But yeah, they see you as this person who is very powerful. And also with the 7 of Wands to the 5 of Wands, again, there is an energy of competition. You might have more than one person in your life, and this person does want to fight for you. They do. So let me just see. Let me see. What is the secret that's likely to come out here? We have here 9 of Wands. Justice. Again, look at the 7 of Swords. Definitely some kind of secret coming out. And I do think that it is relevant to the past 5 months, what's been going on in the last 5 months. Anyway, we'll take a look at this in the extended. We're going to try to dive in more. 5 of Pentacles, oh my God, this person is completely miserable without you, I feel like. And with the Temperance card, 2, the 3 of Swords, it's heartbreak. And it's just like, yes, there is some healing, there is some hope. But look at this, the Tower, geez. King of Cups, because this person has feelings. Look at this, King of Cups, it's a lot of love. The Tower, it's heartbreaking them, like if they are not together with you. Anyway, link to the extended is going to be down below. This is, wow, it's too much. It's also 33 minutes. Again, our Black Friday sale is still available on today, Monday, if you're watching this video right now. Last few days also to purchase the Tarot class for absolute beginners for more than 55 I think % discount. Link to everything in the description box. Link to the extended down below. Love you all guys so much. Wish you well. Bye.